Morning, guys. How's it going? Hope everybody's doing great. I'm going for a morning walk here in Miches, so I'm going to take you guys along for the walk, so you can kind of get a feel. A lot of you maybe have heard of Miches. If you haven't, this is a great opportunity for you to hear about it. But I'm going to show you a little bit what the train looks like, what the beach looks like. I'm going to go for a little walk here and talk. So I'm going to spin this camera around. All right, guys. So this is Miches right here. We're staying at the Club Med. Club Med is it is the first resort that opened up in Miches, okay? And it is the only as of right now. I'm going to be sharing some drone footage with you guys here in this video as well, where I'm going to show you exactly what's going on here in Miches, because there's so much activity happening off in the distance over there, which you can't see here, but you see the drone footage. Four Seasons is opening. Hilton has a certain brand opening up here. There's all sorts of activity. So I'm going to show you that, but I'm going to take you for a little walk along the beach here. What is interesting here in Miches is it really is a feel of Las Terrenas here. Definitely has that, but I do feel, in comparison between Miches and Las Terrenas, I think Las Terrenas wins, guys. I think it really, really does. I've gone into the water, ocean-wise. Now, is it beautiful? Of course it's beautiful, but comparatively speaking, between Las Terrenas and Miches, I think Las Terrenas has more beauty. Now, granted, I've not seen all of Miches, okay? I've done some driving around, I've popped the drone up, but in general, I feel there's more scalability in Las Terrenas. I feel there's more different kind of beaches. What you're going to see here as I make this bend, I'm going to make this bend up here. This is going to remind you, anybody that's visited Las Terrenas, or if you're from Las Terrenas, that's going to remind you exactly, guys, of the point Cap Bonita, where Cap Bonita meets Cassone. Okay, you're going to see that, and that's pretty spectacular. So I'm excited to show you guys that right now. I'm going to do that here shortly. But yeah, as far as comparison's sake, I think way more infrastructure in Las Terrenas, way more amenities. The town of Miches is very, very small, very green. If you're looking at, if you feel Las Terrenas is missing amenities, then guys, you're definitely going to feel it here at Miches. Now, is Miches growing? Yeah, but Miches is growing on a different kind of scale. Miches is growing with here's one of the restaurants here at Club Med that's open during the day. Then they got these little villas over here that people can rent, little private villas, which is pretty cool. But completely different kind of scale of growth, because Las Terrenas has managed to keep its charm, which is key, where they have avoided the all-inclusives. Okay, you do have two of them. You have one out in Cassone, and then you have another one out in Portillo. But that's really it. All the other land is spoken for, with private villas or with private condos. Over here, one resort after another is coming. So you can see that massive infrastructure is being put in place to handle these super resorts. And that is different. Okay, that's very often one of the reasons why so many people, myself included, so many people decided to pick Las Terrenas, because it didn't have the super resorts, okay? It didn't have all these resorts everywhere that were consuming all of the oceanfront land. But you're going to see that here in Miches, I feel, because when you get a chance to look at this drone footage at the end of this video, I'm going to pop it up. You're going to see this is just resort. I've got a feeling it's going to be resort after resort. Okay, so you can see the infrastructure is kind of getting prepared for that. The Giants, Grupo Punta Cana, they've got massive chunks of real estate here as well. Okay, they're the innovators, the people that developed Punta Cana, created Punta Cana, built the airport, built what you know as Punta Cana today, that entire coast of the country. So it's going to be a different element. There's no question about that. So if you're going to compare, I don't even know if you can do a comparison of Las Terrenas to Miches, because it's two different things. Now, when you look at the beauty, you can see like, and we're gonna see around the corner here when I make this bend. That's where you're gonna say, "Wow!" You can see how beautiful it is. You got the mountainscape in the distance. What's interesting about where we're at right now, Miches wise, we are so close to Las Terrenas from Miches. It's very interesting when you look at the map. I'll pop it up on the screen here for you. It's very interesting when you look at the map, but you can see it really is reminiscent of Playa Bonita. Now, Playa Bonita has much larger waves that come in, which makes it good for surfing. But you'll see a little bit later in the afternoon, you'll have kite surfers out there, and they'll be doing their thing. Okay, but here, I'm going to make this bend up here, and that's what I really want you guys to see, because it truly, truly, truly does feel like Cap Bonita meeting Cason. You can see it's very, very, and the water's beautiful, very clear. I like Las Terrenas because you got that option of going to so many different beaches. You can go to Playa Poppy where there's so many restaurants. You're not going to have that kind of stuff here. You don't even have like proper Airbnbs to stay in here at Miches. You don't have little boutique hotels. You don't have all those restaurants. You don't have something like soon to be the Pueblo Pescadores coming back up. It's a completely different element. It's not a very European element, where Las Terrenas has that European, has a French, Italian, so many multicultural people coming into that area. It's not the case. This is definitely Dominican Republic. You're not getting that element, but here. Guys, tell me this doesn't remind you of Cap Bonita. As I'm making this turn, you can look at how undeveloped this is. But like I'm saying, massive resorts have this all on lockdown. Salud. Tell me this is not Playa Cason right in the distance. Now you can see the town. I'm going to zoom in. It's a small little town, and that's one of the things where Las Terrenas. See, that's Miches right there. That's the town of Miches, but let me see if I can zoom in there without moving around too much. That's Miches right there, guys. You can see there's no beach there, like Las Terrenas has a beach. And that's about it right there. Las Terrenas has the beach in town. It has the ships that are right there in town. But as far as the beauty is definitely there. It's just, it's going to grow in a different way. It's going to grow in a much different way than Las Terrenas has. But I really want you guys to get a feel for the beauty of it, because it is spectacular. There's no question about it. I just don't think this is going to be your play, at least for my subscribers. I don't know if this is going to be your play. I think it's going to be not the same kind of market. You're going to be competing with all-inclusives constantly here. I don't know if there's going to be opportunities for land. There is the Lomas back there, and I'm going to investigate that to see if there's opportunities in those Lomas. But, you know, when you have those massive hotels coming in and owning just massive chunks of land here at Miches, I think it becomes a completely different scenario. But I'm gonna see if I can go a little bit further. The other day the tides were in, so it wasn't so easy for me to get around and get through. But we're gonna see how far I can go. It is very, very, very natural, very, very green. There's crabs running around everywhere. It's a beautiful, beautiful environment. Yeah, I don't know how much further I'm going to be able to go. I got my running shoes on. I was getting ready to go to the gym. But nevertheless, guys, I want you to be able to see this. I'm going to do one more zoom in. Tell me this does not remind you of Playa Cason, running all the way along, all the mountains in the distance there, the hills, and just curving on and on and on and on and on and on. It's just beautiful, isn't it? So yeah, guys, what I'm going to do next here is I'm going to pop the drone up for you guys so you guys can have a look and you can feel it out. Understand kind of what I'm referring to, how this is a different play than Las Terrenas. Las Terrenas is a completely different animal. I think Las Terrenas is more ripe and ready for investment, more ripe and ready for the kind of growth that we are looking at. I think this is going to be, I know this is going to be corporate. It's going to be very big and corporate, and a lot of all-inclusives and a lot of people piling in here. They're going to sit in the all-inclusives. They're going to enjoy the beach. Okay, and then they're going to take off. It's not going to be like Las Terrenas where people are going to live, where you're going to have Airbnbs, you're going to have beautiful villas that people are staying in. weddings happening. Like, yeah, we'll have weddings here, of course. You'll have those more so in the form of an all-inclusive kind of wedding. But totally different ball game. That's my take on this trip, and that's kind of why I did it. You see these guys out here fishing. You see that always in the same position where Playa Bonita and Cason meet each other. But yeah, what I'm going to do next, guys, is pop that drone up for you and talk a little bit so you can kind of understand my synopsis. Hopefully this helps you a little bit. You heard of Miches. You haven't been to Miches, but you heard of it, and now you kind of get a feel. You're able to see exactly what it looks like and feels like. All right, guys, let's pop the drone up. Let's do it. Explain a little bit more to you. Hope this helps. Remember, guys, like, subscribe, and share. Really appreciate that.